Welcome to the video, guys, and today didn't start out exactly what we were planning to do. We were actually heading out marlin fishing, but plans changed and we decided we'll go King George fishing. So
I go on, yeah.
Willie's rocked up a little bit later, and we're just quickly collecting some bait. So this is an important part of
he's lost a few tentacles too.
Going to catch King George. You want to get yourself some fresh squid, fresh bait. Look at that, that one is definitely missing a couple of tentacles. It's a nice sized squid, but that's one of the key things, right, Willie?
Absolutely, mate. You need see-through bait. So see-through squid is so much better than the stuff you buy from Luke's shop, because once it's been frozen, it's just a different bait. It'll still work, it'll still catch fish, but that see-through translucent squid, there's something about that. For sand whiting, it doesn't make much difference, I don't feel, but for King George, it makes a huge difference having fresh bait.
So pretty much we're going to go bottom worming, right? Bottom worming. It's a little bit windy. We've got a nice easterly breeze, but it should be good. Should make us cover some ground easily. So we'll catch a couple more of these squid, and then we're going to go worming.
Yeah. While Luke was just filming that, his rod nearly went over the side of the boat, and this one's got a full set of tentacles, which is handy.
One little trick when you're getting a squid in the boat is you want to de-ink it, and the way I do it, the way Bobby Linguini showed me, oh shit, leader line just snapped, but you want to slap it on the surface like that.
Oh yeah, just shot a bit of ink out.
So it inked the first time, got most of the ink out. So
it actually inked a fair bit before you actually had grabbed your rod as well.
There we go, nice little squid. That's on a this is one of the most popular colours, this one. That's the Lemon Special Haramitsu. But I think we've got enough squid, so we'll go let's go catch some KGs.
You're lucky to get that one. Your leader just snapped at the reel, eh?
Your leader just, I went to pull some drag and your leader just literally just went pop.
100 years old.
The weather, just even from going where we were squidding to here, is just absolutely blast off, and we're not fishing anything special. There's bloody Fremantle, you know. We've just found some little sand, broken weed patches, and we're about to start worming. So this is what we're fishing. You know, 9-10 meters, just a flat bottom, bit of broken bottom. Water's nice, semi-clear. So let's see if we can get any KGs today. Oh, also, just before we cut to that, look who's on board.
You?
The Sack Man, the Sack Ambassador.
Yeah, bloody hopefully go try out this new bottom worm thing and see how it goes. Should be mint. It's not no marlin, but yeah, no, it's good. Looking forward to trying out the new prototype thing that's coming out soon. Woo!
Guys, it's Willie from Vexed here. I'm out here on this Dorks contender today again. They wussied out from going out to the fads trolling for marlin with a technical issue. So we're inshore testing out these bottom worms and micro meats again. So I'm just going to run you through the system. Now this here is a pretty standard paternoster double rig, and this is the way we fish for whiting and have done for years, or one of the ways, probably the most popular way. So today I'm going to show you just my take on just putting a bit of caviar on the hamburger, all right, just making this a little bit more cool, fun, and in my opinion productive, and hopefully we'll be able to catch some whiting today and show you and prove that. So with the double dropper paternoster rig, this is one that Vexed has created. This one was a triple, and I've just taken one of the hooks off that. We are allowed to use 3 hooks or 3 hook sets in Western Australia. Not sure about the East Coast, but that's like a 50-pound branch line. Okay, and these little ones that come off the side are 20 pounds. So that's your traditional Longshank hook, which works cool. But what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to cut these off, because after, you know, a few good fish, a stingray or a little shark or even a big flatty, these hooks tend to, you know, they just naturally wear out, crap out, you know, over time. So the idea of this branch rig is basically, once I've got rid of those two hooks, I've just got a blank sinker at the bottom. I've got 3 droppers on this one and a little swivel at the top. So with my new system is introducing the bottom worm. So basically what a bottom worm is I've created a nice little stretchy TPE worm that's not going to come out the packet very easy, like that. And it has a small little revenge snap, fast snap, whatever, twist on snap, whatever you want to call it. So with these little branch lines off here, what I can do is I can twist one of these on, and now I've got a removable system that you can twist on and off. Hook size, color, if the hook poos out, you can change it. Now, so basically, the idea of bottom worm is more than just modifying a very well functioning paternoster rig. Is I can also twist this off, and with that paternoster rig, I feel 70% of the whiting are caught on that bottom hook, and the rest are caught on there when they're biting hard, and you do get a lot more herring and less desired species on that top one. The sinker, it's doing nothing. All it's doing, well, it is sinking your rig to the bottom, but you want to utilize that sinker. So my idea is swapping it over with a fish catching sinker. So what I mean by a fish catching sinker is, oh shit, there's my bottom worm rig. So I'll show you how to make this up. So I've got a head, I can twist on the head. This is 60 grams, so we're in about 7-8 meters of water with a bit of wind, so 60 grams is what I'm going to use. That same bottom worm I twisted onto the paternoster, I can just grab that and I can twist that onto the head. I can get whatever color worm I want, and by using that little twist there, I can twist it on. So once that's on, I have a fish catching sinker. Now during testing, we've been catching as many fish, if not more, on this than we have on our normal 70% more fish catching dropper. So this is bumping up sand, it's puffing up sand, it's got a little bit of worm on there. You do bait it, it's not designed to be used without bait. And you can get them with a circle hook, or...
Yeah. Well, that's a circle.
A circle, you got a Longshank there?
Got a Longshank here.
Or a Longshank. Now the reason I've done it circle and Longshank is because a Longshank guy won't use a circle, and the circle guy won't use the Longshank. Longshank are, without disrespecting anyone, a little bit more old school. Oh, you're on, Sackman. A little bit more, let's say they're yankers. So someone that uses a circle, if they throw out, they feel a bite, you know, you say don't strike, oh, don't strike, they just can't help yanking. It's just in their blood. I like a good yank too, but sometimes you've got to feel those hooks in. And if you feel the hook in with a circle, I feel once you hook the fish, you land more fish. Okay, but so I've done both just to cater for everyone. Now the other thing is with colors, I've tried to mimic that of we've just caught that squid now. So is there another see-through one there? Nice clear one. Let's use this one here. Yeah, so basically, everything we've ever used in a tube has been red tube, which is for bloodworm, but 90% of our whiting fishing in WA is with a squid tentacle. So I've made my worm tube a nice translucent squid tentacle color. Okay, so you put that squid tentacle on, and then all of a sudden, I tend to put a bigger hook on the bottom and you catch a bigger average fish. So if he rips that squid tentacle off, he's still got something that looks like a squid tentacle, and you get a second bite of the cherry sometimes. So let's just build this rig quickly. That bait's ready to go. Give me another branch. Let's put, I've got one here. So this one's got a little bit of pink shade to it. So basically I'm going to twist that on. This is how quick it is. There you go. And now I'm going to use one more. I'm going to utilize one more above it. So now we've got 2 droppers and a fish catching bottom worm. Now at the top here I've got another one. I can't legally use that one, so I'm going to leave it blank, or if I want to switch back to a sinker, I can adjust these up and I can twist a sinker to the bottom. If I've had enough of the bottom worm, for whatever reason, I can take that off. You got a sinker there, bro? Yeah, there's one. And I can just get a normal sinker and I can just whack that on. But that's not going to catch anything, is it? So that there, guys, that is the system. And I'll just show you a couple of variations. A twin hook, just a nice little strong chinu type hook. I can twist that on as well. So if I want to use a longer bait, I can get a head, which is, this is 130 grams. They go from 3.5 grams to 130 grams. There you go. I've got a slightly longer with a stronger hook, because I've built these for whiting fishing, guys. So these little longshanks and these light circles, if you're hooking dewies and snapper and big stuff on them, they're going to bend out. This system's not for catching big fish. The thinner the gauge of the hook, the more King George and sand whiting you will catch. So that's what I've done. These hooks here, that'll land a 15 kilo jewfish or a 10 kilo snapper if you actually know how to use your drag. So basically I can whack that on. I can fish deep water King George. I can fish Western Port where the current runs. Not sure if 130 grams will do it, but I'll learn. And basically I can fish this in shallower water when it's windy just to hold bottom. So that's the system, guys. It'll be due probably the end of March or mid-March. This will be ready to go. I hope you give it a crack and watch the video, and hopefully we catch some fish to show you. They're the best bait. So if you just hoik that on there and pull out that. I like a little bit of dangly bit there, but that's a little bit long. But that there's gonna go. So we got 2 droppers and the bottom worm at the bottom. That there is ready to go, and let's see which one the King George grabs. Be interesting. Really old school reel, this one. It's 15-year-old Daiwa little 2,500 BR. It's still going. No, no one sells these because they're 15 years old. I shouldn't be using it, right? But I just love it so much, and I've caught so many good fish on it. So it's just, I just can't leave it alone. I put it away and retire it, and then it comes back out. So this is a hyper, one of the new TD hyper rods. This one's 8.6. It's not a popular length in WA, 8.6, but it's such a good rod for whiting fishing. It's got a beautiful little soft tip. I like long rods. People say, oh, but they're too long for the boat, rah, rah, rah. Longer rods, you'll just catch more fish, simple as that. You feel more bites, the hooks stay in better. It might not be quite as comfortable to use as a 6-footer, but you will catch more fish. And it doubles as a great squid rod as well. So with a circle, you let the fish take the bait like he's doing now. You can see it biting. It's not a whiting, but feels more like a blowy, this one, but you just let them take it, and when you feel weight of the fish, then pull back a little bit, not that, okay? That's a yank. That's better for the Longshank or a normal J hook, but so this might be a buttery, but definitely not much weight to it. It is a buttery, see? I'll drop that back down. I'll just reset my baits on my bottom worms. They've been yanked around a little bit, so I'll just pull that up there like that. Maybe feed a bit more on. So there's a little bit hanging, but he's gonna have to work hard to get that off. That one's good, not quite enough dangling, but it'll be okay. And there's the, I usually fish a slightly bigger bait on the bottom. I haven't got that today, with a slightly bigger hook at the bottom. And it just catches a bigger on average fish. You don't always catch the bigger one on it, but with a bigger bait, you will usually catch that bigger King George. That's doing the right thing, Sack man. Never know. Cool. Treat it like a King George until proven otherwise.
Sack man's got a King George.
Is it a kingy?
Yeah. Sack man.
Oh, nice and easy. It's a good one, Sack man.
Oh yeah.
Like easy on it. It's easy on it, mate. It's only light line. Watch the rod.
Watch the rod.
Get it in the bait.
Good one, eh?
You're a ripper, mate.
Nice
well
one,
done. Good work, man. That's a cracker.
Translucent.
Oh, hang on. P. Willie's on. I bet you've got the good one and I've got the less desirable. You watch that, man.
This is a lot, that.
I got the less desirable. Oh yeah. Your missus will like
Not
it.
bad, Sack.
Everyone will like that sack, man. Everyone will like that sack, man.
You want a photo, Sack?
This is super slippery, this stuff. But that see-through tentacle is just so good. That's what King George love, when it's translucent. That's what makes them not just bite, but they'll just swallow it down.
Sackman's a yanker.
Yeah, he's got some Longshanks there, mate.
Oh, shit. Imagine if I just caught it again. He has caught another King George.
Oh, he has two. Sackman, good boy.
The yanker. Don't drop that one over, all right, Sack?
Yeah, the other one was a lot better. But this one will do as well. Angry little bugger. Phew.
The Sack Ambassador.
He's still on. Oh, Jesus Christ, you're going to lose that too, man. Oh, there's your squid leg too. You nearly lost that one. You nearly slipped it over the side. Everyone's done that with the King George, but no one's done it twice in a row. That was a cagey hit.
Should I just choose the high percentage up?
You should just be filming the sack man, mate, because he's the one.
Well,
He's got all the feeling. Look at him.
he's a yanker.
Yanking is working.
It's a small one, but I think it's still a kg.
It is. No, it's a buttery.
No.
Butter bingo. Look at that. Oh, here we go. It's got a bit of a right hook. Here we go. He's having a bit of a nid.
Can't let you let it go.
Might be a whitey. I'll drop that back. I've got 60 grams on. Sackman's got 80. Luke, what size?
I got a 60.
Got a 62. So just have to drop it back a little bit with the 60. Don't know what's better. Obviously, Sackman's caught a couple of fish, so I might swap up to an 80. Maybe they don't want that moving bait. So all I do if I want to swap to an 80 is I go to my little mussel hut and I look for an 80, which they're probably all gone. What's that? That's an 80. So I'm going to go with a little bit of, should I go a pilly? Yeah, I'm going to go with a bit of pilly action. This 80, I'll show you how simple it is. A bit of weed there on the bottom. So all I do if I want to up to an 80 is what I prefer to do is take this off first, because I usually flick it over the side. So I've twisted that off, still got bait on it. I always put it around, there's a right way and a wrong way to have that hook point facing up. I always do it wrong twice in a row, which just shows you how stupid I am. I got it right that time. See the hook point facing up? If I put that clip on the other way, the hook point will face down. It'll still work, but I just like up. Now I twist off the 60 gram head and I twist on the 80 gram head with the hook on it. And I'll put that back.
A little bit of drag. A little bit of head shakes. Could I have the target species? Or just a big buttery? I think I have the target species, and there's an always blowy trying to eat him.
Oh, it's a Geordie, it's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Ripper.
On the top hook.
Wow, there you go. My theory is don't slip it over the side, you Googan.
Ah! The other hook's got me. Ah!
Cheers, Luke.
Got him. And there was a big Norwest blowy coming up trying to eat him.
And that Norwest blowy went straight down the Sackman's line, so you're going to come up with sharpless.
So interesting, this one was on the top hook, hey?
Oh, he's on. Sackman, no. I'm getting little, tiny little sucky bites.
There you go, nice kg. Get him in the box. What's going on? You were catching them all last time, Willie. Now you're not getting any.
Just giving you a head start. So basically, yeah, I've just had a few sucks on the circle, and they're not committing to it. They're really sucking. Sometimes they suck and sometimes they hit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on this flashy triple assist with a circle on the top and 2 slightly smaller J hooks. So hopefully I can just pin him in the mouth if he is continuing to just suck on the bait. But I'll just show you how to put how I like to put a squid tentacle on. So basically you get all that out of the way, and I don't just stack it on and keep folding it on and on and on. I'll tend to put it on like a worm. I mean, if it doesn't mean you're not going to hook one the other way, but I just think by putting it on like a worm like that, and then you can stagger the hooks in as you see fit, depending on the length of the bait, just to keep it in your finger like that, just to keep it nice and straight. I mean, sometimes we might overthink things like this, but look at that. Now, once that bit of flash folds over there, so that's another option, guys, just to have that little triple on there. So it's just a baby little bottom meat. Okay, and if they are not scoffing it, they're just tapping on it, I'm going to have a bit better chance. Let's see if it works. So let's see if Sackman keeps toweling me up. Sackman, what are you doing? I'm going to have to start drinking beer in the morning like you. You've got that beer vibe. I can smell it like a big night out, you know. I can smell that on you, Sackman. You were having a drink last night too, weren't you? Weren't you? Maybe he hasn't. Maybe he's clean skinned.
Some whiting then come in.
Oh, that was a good hit, Sackman. Proper hit.
So. You got one. He's got one.
That's another Georgie.
He's got another King George.
Good work,
Sackman
mate. Good
got
work.
a nice King George and he threw it
And
over
I'm
the
getting,
side of the
oh,
boat
it's a nice one, mate.
by accident. It come,
You got
slipped out of
someone's
his
line?
hands, went straight back in.
Don't tangle that line, mate. Try and here. Just 2 seconds, mate. Oh, yeah. And he hit. That was a proper hit. I saw it in the rods.
How did he get his name stuck, man?
Oh, Sack, how'd you get the name?
Through being randomly chosen to champion the bottom sack.
Wasn't
And friggin-
randomly chosen.
And then Willie friggin' gave me like a stack of sacks and I left them all in the sun on my boat on like a 40-degree day and they all melted to nothing. But I'll get some more soon and the sack action will be back on.
The Sack action.
Marlin on sack next week.
See,
But
that's
you
what
caught
happened to
some
your
good
sack,
fish on
mate.
the Sack.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, they're good.
Didn't you catch that, what you caught a big Dewey or something?
Yeah, of course, quite a few good fish on them.
And you caught that big snapper, didn't you, on a Sack?
Yeah.
6 lithium-ion batteries.
Oh, here we go. I think it's a Georgie, but she's got some weight.
Sackman's coming with the love muscle. I think it's a Geordie.
It is too.
Oh, on the bottom. On the bottom.
On the bottom. Whoa, shit, sorry, mate. That's how you break your rod, by the way.
Too.
Yeah, he's a nice one. So he took the little triple hook at the bottom. Now the problem with that is, it is dangerous because there's 3 hooks on there. But you know what? When it does that, it's fantastic. So that little length that I just rigged up earlier.
Length.
Oh shit, sorry, mate. You know what? You could have the as the heading. Sackman towels up Willie on with his own product. So here we go, guys. Here's the King George I caught. It's not huge, but it's a good one. I was just getting a lot of sucky bites on those circle hooks. And I know they were King George, but I was missing them. They weren't taking the bait in properly. So I just put a little triple assist that I just rigged up earlier there. This is the new Bottom Meat Junior, which will be running those 2 J hooks with a tiny little circle, and I just nipped him in the lip. So the fish aren't on, they're just nibbling. So I've just sort of I've got getting towed up by a Sackman using little Longshanks at the moment because the fish are just nipping at them. So I put a small J hook on the bottom there, and here we go, mate, there's the result. So keep changing things up, keep trying. When they start hitting hard on the tide change, I'll swap back to circles. That's not ideal, it's very dangerous, so if you are catching a lot of fish, I prefer a single hook because they do fly around a bit, but I got the fish, so I'm eating. Hey! He's in! Oh, shit.
Oh, there's another one. I was just dicking around and got myself a King George on the bottom worm. And that's on the circle hook. He's only tiny.
Is that even legal here?
Oh, shut up, Sack man, that's legal. Is it? There we go. Here you go, mate.
Can't see my boat.
What do you, oh. What have I got here?
That's not another one.
I don't know, but it's absolutely nailed me, mate. If that's a King George, it's going to be a big one. And mate, it's a King George, all right.
Oh, it is too!
It's a King George, all right. Oh, yeah!
It's a ripper!
That is a good one.
Yeah, there we go. That was on the middle hook.
Sackman's got Australia on Australia Day, I think. Is it? Yeah,
Looks like the bottom.
that's the bottom. Anyway, the wind's come up a bit, and because we've only got a 30-foot container, we're going to have to head back in. I think Luke's a bit eager to, let's say, not fish. Anyway, guys, we got a few fish. I got absolutely pants by Sackman yanking with his Longshanks today. He got some really good fish. He threw one over the side, and then Luke even chipped in and pants me. And he
I got a couple.
I mean, he's just
Got a couple.
he's just too rigid to catch like estuarine fish and inshore fish. But he obviously was rigid enough to hook a couple in the face. He got a nice one at the end on the little bottom worm. But yeah, I'm going to twist all these buggers off. I'm going to put it all away, and we're going to go back out and have a crack another time next week, maybe.
Hopefully, if the weather's good, but that'll pretty much wrap up this video, guys. Everyone's been asking us about these. They're coming really soon. You'll get them first at tacklewest.com.au. Yeah, I guess thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, so bloody, just to cap things off, I just want to mention with the bottom worm being a whiting specialist thing, the only big King George whiting I've ever caught have been bycatch when I've been going for joys, like talking like proper big ones like we just caught. And I was pretty skeptical when we came out and we were just getting a couple of butterfish here and there. I thought we're not going to catch any King George at all. But lo and behold, not planned at all. We just got a couple of squid, chucked a couple of the bottom worms out, and we got some seriously big King George, and I'm actually really surprised. Can certainly confirm these things are dynamite for the King George.
You can tell it wasn't planned because we've got the outriggers up.
Like, yeah, dead set, man. I'm really impressed by these bottom worm things. And yeah, I've got my first King George whiting, actually trying to get King George whiting without accidentally getting him as bycatch. And yeah, we just come here, drop down, and yeah, and it fired them up. I reckon if we were fishing with like different styles, it wouldn't have been as productive as that. A couple of real big ones. I'm impressed, Willie.
Time to
Good, mate.
Time to go and have a few beers now, eh?
You.
I snuck one back over the side.